Hey guys, today's question was asked by Eric, who wants to know how to deal with coolers, how to deal with that injustice, that feeling of frustration when you're getting coolered time and time again during a session. Now we've all been there, we've all had these sessions where we just can't win. No matter what we do, no matter how we play, we have the worst hand. You hit a good hand, your opponent has a better hand. It's coolers and it's just scenarios that happen that you can't do anything about. And as poker players, we need to learn to deal with this because it's going to happen. No matter what format you're playing, you're going to have periods of your poker career where no matter what you do, you're going to lose, and it's the unfortunate nature of poker, but as a professional, you need to rise above that and take the right action. So what do? First off, you need to realize that you're going to feel frustrated. Don't try and fight the feeling of frustration. It's going to come up. What matters is what do you do with that feeling. So first off, thoughts lead to feelings. Feelings lead to emotions, emotions lead to actions. So you need to think about, okay, I've had this thought that I'm angry because I've had a cooler over and over again, 5, 6 in the same session. Now, you're going to have a feeling of frustration. Now's the key part. What do you do about that? What do you do about that feeling? Do you let that take over your session and you start tilting? Or do you calm yourself down? Can you take some control of the situation and settle your thoughts? So when you have no emotional control, what happens is that feeling will lead to an emotion of, oh my god, I'm so angry, and you'll just start playing bad poker. You start tilting off, and that's what inexperienced players do. When you can deal with your emotions, you'll insert some logic, and you'll go, okay, I'm feeling frustrated right now, but this is just poker. This is what happens. So you calm that frustration down. You inject some logic on the situation, and you focus on your attention on the next hand. So rather than dwelling on what's happened, just refocus on what's going on now, the hand you're playing, the situation that you're in right this second, and not what's happened. And we can only focus on one thing at a time. So if you're dwelling about, oh, that ace, queen versus ace, king scenario, and it's in your head over and over, you're not going to be able to focus on the hand that you're playing now, and you're going to be making mistakes. You're going to be missing edge on your current game. So obviously the feeling of frustration is going to come. So be aware when you're in cooler zone. I don't need to tell you that you're going to feel frustrated, angry, tilted for some of you guys. Now you're in charge of how you let that play out. Are you going to let it interrupt your session and you're going to spew off buy-ins, or are you going to not dwell on it and change your focus, change your attention to the next hand? Focus extra hard. So you feel frustrated. Now it's like, okay, I'm going to start writing notes on every hand. I'm going to start narrating this hand in play. You're going to feel this feeling of frustration. You need to fight it. You need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You need to deal with this feeling and not avoid it. So some players never learn how to do this. They never learn how to deal with bad variance, and as a result, they'll just end sessions. They'll end sessions every time they feel uncomfortable because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. No one wants to feel uncomfortable, but if you want success in poker, you need to learn to play through. You need to learn to deal with these emotions and keep pushing through, keep moving forward. Now, it's not easy. It's not easy for any poker players to deal with frustration and the build-up of kind of tilt that comes on these kind of bad runs, but the more experience you have, so when you're new to poker, it's kind of crippling when you have coolers because it's like, what can I do? But when you've been around poker a number of years, you start to accept that this happens as part of variance. Once you've been around like 5 years plus, you've seen it all before, so you can kind of realize that it's not that big of a deal, but you do need to put the effort into actually focusing harder and not dwelling on it. So hopefully that was helpful. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's going to be plenty more poker content coming from me very soon.